this is Shalimar Steinberg, and today we're talking about how to extract attributes that you've given to blocks into tables that you can use. So there are three methods for editing attributes on blocks: Batman, EatEdit, and 8edit. Batman is the block attribute manager. In the ribbon you can use Home block attribute manager to get to it. It allows you to modify almost everything about your block. The attribute prompt order, the tag and prompt names, whether it's visible or not, the text options, the properties, and the attribute default values. It looks like this, and you can select each one that you want. You can move them up or down in the order, and edit them specifically, or remove one if you want to. EatEdit, in comparison, is the enhanced attribute editor, and this allows you to type in and change the attribute values and their placement. So it doesn't have nearly as many options, but you can change the text size and height and things if you need to, and then the basic default answers. And 8edit opens the Edit Attributes dialog box. This lets you edit your attributes in order and allows you to decide to edit multiple or single attributes at one time and control visibility. So you can go into each one and change the default values for any one of them that you have. So in order to extract data from attributes, you use the EatText command in order to open the data extraction wizard. There are 8 basic steps to using this wizard. You create a new data extraction. You define the data source, so what information should be in it. You select the objects that you want included in the table. You select the properties on those objects that are important to you. Then you refine the data to make sure you don't have anything duplicating. You choose the output mode, so either in AutoCAD or as an Excel table or both. And you format the table so that it looks the way that you want, and then choose the insertion point in your drawing for the table. So the following example uses a computer block as the item, but the steps apply to any blocks. So you start up the EatText command and see the data extraction wizard dialog box. You accept the default setting to create a new data extraction and press next. It'll ask you to save your files as, and you select a folder and name the file whatever you want to. In this case we did attributes 001. Step 2, you have the option to add more drawings if you want to, but make sure that select objects in current drawing is selected, and then use the icon to select the blocks that you want to include. When you are done, press next. Next, you need to tell AutoCAD what objects in the drawing you want to include in the extraction. So you can say display blocks with attributes only, display objects currently in use only, or display all object types, or display blocks only. Once you've checked the box for attributes only, that's going to let you make sure that you get blocks that have information to share in your table. You'll see that the only item in the list right now is the computer block we've compared, but in your list it may have more. Then you press next. So far in each step you've been narrowing the criteria for what's going to be extracted, from which drawing to which block. Now you're going to select which attributes of that you want it to extract. So under the category filter you're going to choose attributes, and then you put a checkbox next to any of the ones that you want it to show. You might not need all the information in the table, you might only need certain parts of it. So you can choose. Then you press next. Step 5 allows you to further filter and organize the data. So you can tell it to combine identical rows, if there are any. You can show a count column, which will show you how many of any given object there are. And you can show a name column, which will give it names for each of your pieces. And then you can look at how that's going to appear. Then you can click next when you're finished. Next, you're going to choose both boxes for today's assignment, so you get a CAD table inserted in an Excel table, or for the example that we were doing. Then you're going to choose a location to save the file to, but you have the option of just doing the CAD table or just doing an Excel file, and you can save that as an XLS, a CSV, an MDB, which would be for a GIS database, or a text file. You can add a title for your drawing and select the box to say use property names as additional column headers if you haven't already given it a name title, and press next. So in this example, this is the standard table that would appear in AutoCAD, and you can see it shows you the station numbers, the CPUs, hard drives, monitors, and RAM for each of the computers that you're inserting. You can also edit the attributes. Then you right-click on any line in the drawing, not the text, and select Update Table Data Links, and it will update anything that you changed. You can also then go into Excel, mess with that file. You can do a lot more things for formatting, and then you can copy and paste it back into the drawing as well if you wanted to. So this just says that. Okay, so now we're going to do a little example of this. And I'm going to go back up to step 1 so that I have them available if I need them. Okay. And I've just forgotten what I was looking at. Okay. Eat text. That was it. Okay, so I'm going to say eat text. And it's going to start the data extraction wizard. I do want to create a new data extraction. I don't have any previous extraction to use as a template, so I'm going to say next. And it's going to ask me what I want to call it and where I want to put it. And I want to make sure that I move it somewhere that I recognize. I'm going to call it just 01 this time. And it's going out of the current drawing. So that's what I want. And it just says include current drawings. And I can select objects in the current drawing as well. So I'm going to select all of my desks and chairs, or sorry, desks and computers, and hit enter. And then I can go to next. It's asking me what objects I want it to extract the data from, and I want it to extract the data just from the blocks with attributes. I do not want the line, polyline, or the circle. Okay, I want to unselect everything except for attribute. And it's going to show me the finish, the model, the price, and the RAM. I'm going to say next. So now I can see that they have one of each of the different ones I did and two of the ones that were the same. I could combine identical rows, which is already turned on, show the column, and show their name column. I'm happy with that, so I'm going to go here. Then I can choose which type of folders I want to do. I'm going to name it and then say next. Now I can see the standard style. I can look and see if there are any others, or I can create one, or I can do manually set up style. So I can create a table. I'm going to say inventory for office, or whatever other thing I want to call it. And then I'm going to say use property names as additional column headers, and go to next. Now I say finish to complete the extraction, and it asks me to choose an insertion point. So it came in small, so I might have to scale it up in order to be visible. But it has created this nice little table. It's basic. It has the ability, like I said, for some edit, so I can double click into any one of these boxes and change what they say. Or I can go into Excel and open the table that I have created there. No, I don't want Excel help. I just want the Excel. Anyway, you can go into Excel and edit your properties there. And that's it for extracting attributes.